Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Flobo with another edition of Flobo Tries, and today I finally was able to do this one because the first time I saw it on social media, it took me a long time to find the players. This is a Heath bar, and this is made by Hershey, and this is kind of what I've seen a lot in stores, but people who eat Heath usually say it's inferior to another chocolate bar called Skor. So I've had a Heath before. I'm going to do a taste test of Skor for the first time, and the reason being is that I guess it tastes like Skor is the thinking man's Heath, and they used to be different, or I think they were different from different companies, but as it is right now, both are being made, you can see that, both of them can be made by the Hershey company, which I'm sure there's a long drawn out corporate reason if that's the case. So Heath bars seem to be a little flat. I think the official description here is English toffee enrobed in a rich chocolatey coating. And the Skor definition is crisp butter toffee and chocolate candy, which definitely seems like this one was kind of like more matter of fact, like, oh, this is the answer to this. Because frankly, if someone's like, this is enrobed, I get kind of, my eyes kind of roll, right? You go to a restaurant, you're like, oh yeah, this is made with farm fresh eggs infused with flavors from, it's like, listen, tell me what's in it, I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna have the Heath bar as a baseline, and I really should have a palate cleanser, but I think having it back to back thing might be better for it. So this is the Heath bar. You can tell it's a little thin, and this is gonna be the Skor. So the packaging is pretty much the same, the way it opens up. This is for my own personal reference, because I technically am on a diet. The calories are the same, the fat's the same. I hope it's not the same thing, really. Protein levels about the same as well, less than 1 gram, 13 grams of fat, 210 calories for the whole bar, which is pretty much par for the course for a candy bar, fortunately or unfortunately. This is why Snickers say they satisfy, not they're healthy. All right, fam. I'm gonna break this in two. Heath is gonna be in my left or the right of the screen, and this is gonna be the Skor. So if you look, you see the pattern's a bit similar, a little bit, well, it's kind of a bad sample. It's like a rubbing of the actual paint. Okay, so the pattern's about the same on the Skor. You'll see it's just the thickness is about the same here. Coloration's a little bit lighter on the Heath than the Skor. The chocolate gray looks about the same. So it's pretty much the same bar. And I wonder if it's gonna be the same thing, and if it's the same thing, why is the store selling two at the same time? So, Heath. It's funny, like I'm so used to having this in like cakes or milkshakes, but having the whole thing, you feel the saltiness of it, of the toffee. The chocolate's pretty much secondary in its own bar. But I think it's a missed opportunity. I feel like there's an opportunity to like a high grade Heath with a different kind of chocolate, but maybe as I've tried other chocolates around the world, I understand where Hershey's chocolate doesn't seem to stack up. I know every country has their own palates, but I think objectively now, Hershey's chocolate is really much not the best it can be based on these segments. But can't go wrong with it. Candy bar, light, sweet, salty, kind of like the thing you'll put in like a popcorn mix. Pretty fun. So this is the Skor. Has like the Euro branding. I'm not even sure what it means, if it does mean anything. Okay, so similar flavors, but the toffee is a little less salty, and when doing that, brings out the chocolate a little bit more. And the chocolate itself isn't that great. The grade of the chocolate, right, isn't that great, but you do feel more of a complete flavor emulsion. In other words, with the Heath bar, it feels like toffee is a show and chocolate's in the background, even non-existent. That's with the Skor, it seems like more of a collaboration, but that's splitting hairs. If I was a Skor fan, I get why you would pick Skor over Heath if they're on the shelf at the same time, but I don't think it's enough to like never touch Heath ever again. Like, you know, Coke and Pepsi are different, at least to me. These are very similar enough that you can pretty much substitute one for the other. But I will say, if both were available and I were feeling it, I'd probably go with the Skor myself. Yeah. What do you think? Let me know when I should review next. There it is. Flobo Tries.